Hi, my name is Priyankush Kumar, and today I will speak about the socialism theories of the crime. In the socialism theories, there are different theories. So, firstly, I will speak about the structural theory. In the structural theory, for example, if our body has a different organs like hands and all that stuff, so they kind of run our body. In the crime there is also kind of a structure that runs the law system and crime system. So that all the system work together, that has kind of institutions like family, education, law, that help to maintain the law and order. There are again some parts in that which is kind of the legislative authorities, the civil authorities, and simple authorities. So they all work as a system uh, in that thing. Even though crime is a negative thing, but it can serve some important purposes for the crime. It maintain the society's law system and maintain the calmness of people in the society. Civil law is the main law, like the police. They maintain all the laws together, and legislative authorities uh, give the punishments to the crime and do the decision whatever to do with the crime. So after that, it is an institutional theory. In the institutional theory, institutional theory explain how rules and structures in society shape the behavior of individuals and organizations. It focuses on how institutions influence the people's decision and actions. In this, like if the person's parents is having interest in the children and they just stop their children to do any kind of thing, then he will not do the crime. So it is also in the institutional theory. People and organization follow the maintained law, the law by which is made in the country, because they are widely accepted in all the countries, in the all the independent countries like in Canada, India, and the US. So institutionals sometimes change slowly, and once and rule and system are in place, they tend to stick around, and even they are outdated or intelligence. So after that, I will speak about the critical criminology theory. And the critical criminal theory focus how power and social structures influence crime and justice. These theories argue that the crime is often a result of a social operation rather than just individual choices. So if person not get justice from the legislative authorities, they do the crime that so if they do the crime, they don't get the proper justice from the law system, then it is called the critical theory. After the critical theory, I will speak about the conflict theory. Conflict theory in the criminology explains how the crime happen because of the social and economical inequalities. People tend to do crimes. For as we have studied in the Chicago School of Theory, people move to the big towns for the sake of work, but if they didn't get the work, they involved in the crimes and gang members and groups because they earned the money from them. They started to sell drugs in the Chicago theory, so it is kind of related. Uh, so after that, there is one more, intersectionality theory. In the intersectionality theory, it explains how different social identities like race, gender, class, and sexuality overlap and create unique experience of discrimination of privilege. It shows that people face multiple layers of inequality, not just one. So if people if the society do not accept a particular kind of race, particular kind of beha- uh, particular kind of caste, then it is in the intersectionalism theory. For example, in US, the white people are against the black people, were against the black people in the past. So it is a part of that theory, which is intersectionalism theory. uh, Crime of power pool. Now I will speak about the crime of power pool. We can easily get the idea from the heading, the crime of powerful. The crime of powerful refers to the crime that people by groups and people in positions of the power, such as politicals do that kind of crime, business leaders, corporations, big corporations like uh, Andani in India. These crimes often cause more harm than street crimes because there are less punishments of that crime. Governments are with the criminals because they are in power. In that theory, it is a white collar crime. White collar crime is a crime which is done by the big businesses. They're kind of fraud, tax evasions by wealthy individuals. Wealthy people tend to buy the cars, and they pay tax of them, and they get rid of the taxes. So Donald Trump also did some that kind of things in the past because he was a businessman. He did white collar crime in the past. And corporative crime, that is illegal work companies, corporatives directly to the companies, like pollution. So pollution, unsafe working conditions, and fall advertising. uh, some people just dump their all the chemicals in the earth, but they do not get recognized because governments are with them. They just give money to government. In the poor countries, most of this crime happen. And after that, there is a state crime. State crime is committed by governments, such as corporations, wars, crimes, and human rights violations. Genocide is also kind of that part of that crime because government help people to kill the another society, and it is included in the state crime. Here I want to take the example of India, where genocide happened in the past. Government just gave the special power to the one kind of people, one kind of community. They killed another community, which is genocide, and it was created by the state state crime. Now I will speak about the left realism. Left realism, where people are left behind. Even though the country has got the justice, but some kind of people left behind. For instance, in the US, after the announcement of law, everyone followed the law, but it was most of the time for one community, but it was against the another community. One community, a lot of people were arrested. So what did they do? They started to do crime, and it is in the left realism. Now I will speak about the different association theory. Theory suggests that the criminal behavior is learned through the interaction with others who engage in crime. So different association theory means that if a normal person just join any kind of gang, and they involve in the gang, and they involve in their criminal things, then it is called the different association. Means the different from, they get different from their families, say same as the Chicago school of theories, and they started to doing crime because no one was there to take care of them. uh, I want to exemplify that from the Spanish countries. In the Spanish countries, what happened, after turning 18, people get separate from their families, and when they get separate from their families, no one cares about them, and they don't fear from anyone because there is not any family with them. So they just involve in the crime. And there is one gang in North America who demands people to murder one of their family members to get involved in their gang. So people do that kind of things to involve in the crime. And so this all kind of things kind of involved in the different association crime. And the crime of the powerful like shows how the justice system is biased, protecting the wealthy while punishing the poor more harshly. As I watched the 13th movie, it was shown that most of the time one commun one uh, one group of community members were punished more, but the other were just slapped on the arms. Black people got more punishments. They had to go to the jail for their whole lives, even from for the small punishments. For like they just did the lottering, they just used the fake notes, but they had to go to the jail because um, it was included in the different association theories and all that kind of stuff. Thank you very much.